you get your start?
Baby.
What start?
In movies.
What?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're discussing where you've seen Ana de Armas before.
I forget things when I get nervous. This is the biggest job I've ever had.
For this video, we're looking at this Cuban and Spanish actress's early roles, rise to fame, and projects that lie on the horizon. What role introduced you to Ana de Armas? Let us know in the comments. Most aspiring performers grow up surrounded by media. During her upbringing in Cuba, de Armas had little exposure to the entertainment world.
That you used to hitchhike to school?
Yeah, didn't you?
Although her home was full of music, her family lacked internet, DVD players, and VCRs. Her screen time was limited to 20 minutes of cartoons, weekend matinees, and watching Hollywood movies at her neighbors. De Armas made a habit of memorizing dialogue and reciting it into the mirror. She even recalls repeating the entirety of Matilda to her brother.
You're a little cheat. You saw the paper.
From all the way over here?
Are you being smart with me?
Setting her sights on acting at age 12, she got into Havana's National Theater of Cuba 2 years later. Although de Armas' teachers wanted her to focus on studying, she leapt at the opportunity to star in the romantic drama Una Rosa de Francia.
They told me if I did the movie, I was gonna get kicked out of school.
Of acting school?
Yeah, because
You're like, wait, this is kind of the goal, right?
It's like, you're not going to school, so.
I understand, yeah, but.
I still did it though. So.
That's right, yeah, look at you now, come on. Yeah.
Following roles in the TV movie El Edén Perdido and the sci-fi film Madrigal, de Armas departed from Cuba at the age of 18 to become an actress in Madrid.
Hola. Vine a terminar lo que empezamos ayer.
Impressed by her debut role, casting director Luis San Narciso enlisted de Armas for the teen drama thriller El Internado, aka The Boarding School. While playing student Carolina Leal de Solis, de Armas also found time to star in movies like the coming-of-age dramedy Sex, Party, and Lies.
No ha habido nunca nada. Nada de nada.
Leaving the show after 6 seasons, she continued to get work in TV and film. Following a dry spell, though, de Armas decided that she needed to start fresh in Hollywood.
I like adventure and challenge, I guess.
She had already spent a brief period in New York, learning some English. De Armas still spoke little English upon moving to LA in 2014, sometimes not even knowing what she was saying at auditions. The boxing drama Hands of Stone, the first Hollywood picture that de Armas shot, required her to primarily speak Spanish.
She knew that she was getting into something that she shouldn't.
Somos de mundos muy diferentes.
But she fell in love with him, who he was, and that's what kept them together.
Even after booking an English-speaking role in Eli Roth's Knock Knock, she hadn't quite gotten the language down. De Armas remained committed, spending 4 months in full-day classes. She didn't want to be typecast in Latin-specific parts, pursuing roles that everybody wanted.
I'm having a way better time here than at that stupid party we are supposed to go to.
De Armas seemingly landed a breakthrough role in the thriller Daughter of God, starring opposite Knock Knock co-star Keanu Reeves. Unfortunately, Lionsgate heavily edited the film, minimizing de Armas' role. The result was a financial and critical flop retitled Exposed.
She was there. But what am I gonna do? Bring her in?
De Armas garnered positive notices for her supporting work in the Todd Phillips comedy War Dogs, although the film's reception was mixed. Finally, de Armas landed the role she had been waiting for, bringing heart to a hologram in Blade Runner 2049.
I'm so happy when I'm with you.
You don't have to say that.
De Armas' joy may be an AI, but Ryan Gosling's Kay and the audience come to view her as a real person, amounting to a touching yet tragic romance. De Armas was comfortable with the risque scenes the part entailed, but she had one condition: don't mess up the hair.
I'm not okay with, can we get a wig? And he's like, are we discussing the hair instead of what's going on here?
This is fine, just don't touch this.
De Armas' performance was met with praise, while the film was favorably stacked up against the 1982 classic. Like the original Blade Runner, though, not many saw the sequel in theaters.
Joe, please. I want this. But I can't do it myself.
While Blade Runner 2049 deserved a bigger audience, the film significantly raised her profile, with more great roles on the horizon. She even worked with Oscar winner Danny Boyle in the original rom-com Yesterday. The only downside is that her scenes got cut.
Have your paths crossed before? Do you know Roxanne?
No, we've never met before, but it's really nice to meet you. I'm a big fan.
De Armas played a woman who comes between Himesh Patel's Jack and Lily James's Ellie. Although Boyle thought De Armas was, quote, brilliant, the love triangle didn't resonate with test audiences.
Did I see a blush there? Was there blushing? It felt like there was blushing.
It was just delight, giving him a sort of blushy look.
We understand where Boyle was coming from, but De Armas's fans were not pleased, especially since her role had been advertised. Connor Wolfe and Peter Roja sued Universal for $5 million, having paid $3.99 each to see De Armas. Not a very practical legal battle, but it is a testament to her fan base.
You're asking me, will my love grow? I don't know.
If Yesterday was false advertising, you could say something similar about Knives Out. In this case, though, it worked to De Armas's advantage.
What was that about Will readings being boring?
Exception that proves the rule.
This murder mystery had a stacked cast, including Chris Evans, Jamie Lee Curtis, Toni Collette, and Christopher Plummer, just to name a few. However, outside of Daniel Craig, the ads didn't emphasize one star in particular. Going in, most audiences didn't know that De Armas's Marta would be the leading lady.
God, you're not much of a detective, are you?
Well, to be fair, you make a pretty lousy murderer.
By the time the credits rolled, De Armas had outshined her A-lister co-stars. She received a Golden Globe nomination for her funny, empathetic, and resilient performance as a nurse at the center of a mystery wrapped in an enigma. After years of mostly supporting roles, the screen belonged to De Armas.
I hereby direct that all my assets, both liquid and otherwise, I leave in their entirety to Marta Cabrera.
She re-teamed with Craig for his final performance as James Bond in No Time to Die. While Cuban agent Paloma possessed many of the attributes one would expect from a Bond girl, De Armas brought a refreshing sense of humor to the role.
This is gonna go brilliantly.
I know. I've done 3 weeks training.
Although Paloma isn't as experienced in the field as 007, she still manages to kick ass while rocking an elegant dress. As they did in Knives Out, De Armas and Craig have superb chemistry without anything romantic arising. Many wished that Paloma had been given a larger role, but De Armas's presence is so strong that the character sticks with you long after exiting. Can we get a spin-off already?
You were excellent.
You too. Next time, stay longer.
2022 has been another busy year for De Armas, especially on the streaming front. In the erotic thriller Deep Water, she acted opposite Ben Affleck, with whom she had a brief romantic relationship.
Aren't you frightened of me?
No,
Why not?
because I'm the thing you killed for.
De Armas re-teamed with Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans for the action extravaganza The Gray Man, which is poised to become Netflix's next big franchise.
Nice suit.
I just wear what they tell me to.
Subtle.
You know, fly on the wall yourself.
Netflix is also shining the spotlight on De Armas for what might be her boldest role to date, Norma Jean Mortensen, aka Marilyn Monroe, in an adaptation of Joyce Carol Oates' biographical fiction novel Blonde. The film's NC-17 rating has become a major talking point, but that's not the only reason why Blonde is considered something of a gamble. In development for nearly a decade, Blonde had Naomi Watts and Jessica Chastain attached to play Monroe at different times. Director Andrew Dominic was drawn to De Armas after seeing Knock Knock, casting her after one audition.
She's coming. She's almost here.
Although many were excited by this casting, some found it jarring that a Cuban native was playing the American blonde bombshell. When the trailer hit, people detected De Armas' Cuban accent. However, the casting has received endorsements from Monroe's estate, producer Brad Pitt, and Jamie Lee Curtis, who said, quote, "Ana was completely gone. She was Marilyn." It's also been seen as a potential game changer for Hollywood, opening the door for diversity. In many respects, it's the role De Armas has been seeking since arriving in America.
It was a long journey, very beautiful. very deep, very intense, and I cannot wait for people to see that.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. De Armas told People in July 2022, quote, "I do want to play Latina, but I don't want to put a basket of fruit on my head every time. So that's my hope, that I can show that we can do anything if we're given the time to prepare."
I mean, I feel like I just played a dream role for me, which was Marilyn Monroe. But if I had to play another one, I'd play Ken's hairstylist in Barbie.
Whether or not Blonde brings De Armas into the Oscar nominee club, the casting feels like a substantial step forward, and not just for her own career.
I'm most proud of not compromising on my work ethic.
De Armas will continue to take big steps with projects like the Apple TV Plus film Ghosted. She might have been a relative unknown in the States several years ago. Like Marta in Knives Out, though, she's going all the way to the top.
Why can't I beat you at this game?
Because I'm not playing to beat you, I'm playing to build a beautiful pattern.
Her house, her rules, her coffee. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.